As the bell has rung, we are underway. Returning Dizz against the incredibly seasoned. We talk about all these veterans that have come here. I don't think there's anybody on the card quite as ingrained in SoCal wrestling as the new age Punisher B-Boy.
Some could argue he is the personification of SoCal professional wrestling. And the new age Punisher B-Boy has absolutely been instrumental in his opponent's career. It's very, very rare that you have two people that have been so involved in the other person's life. And this is the first time they have ever locked up in one-on-one competition. This is history in the making.
History in the making, ladies and gentlemen, is probably an understatement here at SoCal Pro Genesis. We talk about so many crazy things that have happened here, even tonight so far. Not to mention the fact that we still have a main event that is monumental, months in the making. But this contest right here is something that you might only see once in a lifetime, as the Black Rose Dizz takes on the New Age Punisher B-Boy in what is sure to be 100% most likely a contender for the match of the year here at SoCal Pro.
Match of the year, match of the decade. As Dizz was telling me in the back, he considers B-Boy like a big brother to him.
I have known B-Boy for many years. I have been fortunate enough to be in cars and hotel rooms and parties I care not to elaborate too much on, but this gentleman, B-Boy, is probably one of the most instrumental professional wrestlers I have ever met in my entire life. He has been everywhere. He has done nearly everything. And here to assert his dominance against the Black Rose will put yet another notch on the belt for the New Age Punisher.
Now, if you had to give the edge in terms of know-how and in terms of experience, I don't think it would be hard to say that it goes to B-Boy.
For sure, absolutely.
But if you talk about pure athleticism, it's hard to go against Dizz, as evidence right there.
But again, that cunning, the tactic as B-Boy reversing that. And listen to this crowd absolutely behind both of these competitors. It's going to be hard for them to pick a favorite. Arguably, Dizz is definitely somebody who has brought about a little bit more of a historic grand entrance than B-Boy has tonight. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to come off any more on top, as he's got a work cut out for him. The New Age Punisher has seen it all, done it all. It's going to be very difficult to beat him here tonight.
Very difficult indeed, especially for taking into consideration Dizz has been out of the ring, out of training for over almost a year and a half now. And if you follow SoCal Pro Wrestling on our social media, you'll be able to see that journey of Dizz getting back into the ring. And to quote Dizz, ring rust is real.
Absolutely, I would be hard-pressed to say I would love to get back in there, but that ring rust comes with about 70 or 80 pounds on top of it, unfortunately for me. But Dizz is still in phenomenal shape, works very well, is able to methodically calculate and pre-plan moves, as that is evident right there, as Dizz now on top. A big forearm goes down Dizz at the hands of the New Age Punisher. Look at the look on the face of B-Boy here tonight. The determination, the tenacity.
I mentioned it as B-Boy was walking down the ramp. The only words that come to mind is locked in. And as you see there, B-Boy, not a sign of disrespect, but quieting the crowd, quieting his mind. It is hard to find a person more focused in between those ropes than B-Boy.
Both men sizing each other up for what can only be another strong contest of wills. And look at this. This is not, neither one of them are going into this loosely or haphazardly. They are going in with a tremendous amount of thought behind this, some careful consideration of the capabilities of each other's opponents.
We've seen matches tonight where emotions got the better of the competitors, but This is more akin to a game of chess than anything we've seen this evening here at SoCal Pro Wrestling Genesis.
And it is arguable that that man, B-Boy, the New Age Punisher, is the chess master at SoCal Pro Wrestling.
Watson, eat your heart out.
Back down to the ropes goes Dizz. The referee will have to break it here. It is going to be up to the New Age Punisher to give it a clean break, to which he will not. But make no mistake about it, that was not to hurt or to take advantage. More so was it a message to Dizz that he is not one to play with, followed up by another one. My goodness.
Andy, I think I'd much rather receive a message by post, if I'm going to be honest.
Carrier pigeon would be preferable.
Voicemail, text message, anything but that.
Off the ropes now goes Dizz, in for the hip toss. Reverse that, block the hip toss, blocking hip toss now to Dizz. Leg up, back over goes Dizz, misses the line with B-Boy. Big scissors, down goes B-Boy. Drop kick, down goes B-Boy again, out to the outside. As the New Age Punisher is receiving the end of the punishment, and this crowd solidly behind Dizz at this moment.
Capacity crowd here at SoCal Pro Wrestling Genesis here in Vista, California, and they are all screaming their hearts out for the returning Dizz.
Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress this enough. If you have not yet experienced the absolute atmosphere that is SoCal Pro, the live event, the absolute tenacity, with every single wrestler on this card, with every single audience member, this is a family. This is an organization like you wouldn't believe. You can actually feel the tension in the air. When you see matches like this, you know you're in for a very special and unique present that only SoCal Pro can provide. As Dizz now inviting Benny back into the ring. Excuse me, B-Boy back into the ring. And look at this, as B-Boy says, absolutely not, I'll take his own way.
That is very interesting, because as you saw when Dizz made his original entrance, B-Boy did offer that olive branch, that sign of respect, letting Dizz back into the ring, showing that sign of respect, and not picking it up from Dizz is very interesting.
Very interesting is that, again, this message that he is sending. And again, offering the ropes. Come on in, I got the door for you. As B-Boy reluctant to trust the Black Rose. Nevertheless, taking the opportunity, taking the invitation.
Well, can you blame B-Boy for not jumping at that opportunity to trust Dizz when you've got the experience and the knowledge that B-Boy does? How often have you seen that sign of respect from two competitors? Not often.
Absolutely. As B-Boy is, again, we talk about the experience that he has. He has seen it all, done it all, and has been betrayed many times and has been on the side of the betrayal. I'll be honest. And knowing up and over goes Dizz, ducking the line, big kick to the knee, and up and over goes Dizz, as B-Boy now on the giving end of all the punishment as the New Age Punisher looks on.
That's the danger of being in the ring against someone who's given you the mentorship that B-Boy has given Dizz. Is they've taught you, they know how to capitalize and where the weaknesses are in your defense. As B-Boy capitalizes right there, big drop kick right to the quad of Dizz.
And a little bit lower there, could hyperextend that knee, permanently putting Dizz out of action. You never know what can happen. And I talk at nauseum how well I know the New Age Punisher. I've known him for many years. I know him as a friend of mine named Benny. This is not Benny. This is not the Benny that I know. Look at that. As the New Age Punisher sizing up his opponent when he's in there against an opponent that he knows he has to have the mindset of picking them apart bit by bit. He changes into this completely different person, living up to the moniker as the New Age Punisher, as he punishes Dizz, draping that left knee just below that second rope. Oh my goodness. Could potentially take that knee right out of the joint as B-Boy looks on to the crowd to even a sea of boos, and this is not something you typically see. But again, this is the mindset that this man has brought in to tonight to be able to come out the victor on top here at Genesis.
It is a scary atmosphere whenever you're in the ring with B-Boy and he gets that look on his face. Make no mistake, these two are friends. These two are family. But right now, all B-Boy sees is an opponent.
It is the hunter against the hunted for sure, as the New Age Punisher on top, as they see if the audience again firmly behind Dizz, encouraging him to get to his feet as he struggles.
And we saw this earlier. B-Boy taking that punishment, and his only response is to tell Dizz, harder, hit me harder. B-Boy is one of the toughest competitors that you could get in a SoCal Pro Wrestling ring.
It looks like they both hit each other at the same time, and I'm not sure who got the better of that. But to your point, yes, B-Boy is 100%. He is tough as nails, tough as a $2 steak, as some would say, as the New Age Punisher.
Or in this economy, a $3.50 steak.
These are hard times, no doubt about that, as Dizz goes down to the mat again, as B-Boy signaling perhaps for a figure four. Wow. Choice words from B-Boy. We can't repeat that. Reversed there by Dizz as he kicks off B-Boy to the ropes. Goes for another one. Ow, my goodness. And something like that could definitely hyperextend that knee, take you right out of commission. And look at the face here, the tenacity, the sheer determination on the face of B-Boy. This man has come to play. He is not messing around here. He is coming in to win this match, to win this contest. And this is a man who is very competitive. When he plays games, he wins. He does every single thing he can to win every single contest he has, whether that be at any sort of great length, whether what it costs him his relationship with the crowd, or even his own determination, his own skills could be very much put aside to the fact that he just wants to win. That's what makes this man unique. That's what makes this man a fighter. That's why he is the New Age Punisher here at SoCal Pro.
Now, I don't know if you heard Andy, but if you can hear him right there, B-Boy is telling Dizz to stay down. We mentioned before that fugue-like state that B-Boy gets in when he enters the ring, as an insane drop kick possibly knocks out Dizz.
As we have seen the face wash from B-Boy so many times, it's almost as if he's regretting this, as if he was telling him, I told you to stay down, I told you to sit there, and you didn't listen, and now look at the position you are in.
Look at the impact here as the feet just bounce. Dizz's head back, the whiplash. But as I was mentioning earlier, Andy, B-Boy was telling Dizz to stay down. Even though he gets in this state, the relationship these two have, you can see at the core, below all that, B-Boy does still care about Dizz. But as you mentioned, he is not going to stop until his hand is raised.
As a New Age Punisher looking on, look at this. Look at him talking to him. Look at him telling him, look what you have made me do. Look what you are making me do at this point. All you had to do was stay down. That's all you had to do. Oh my goodness. And he is doing everything he can to win. He's doing everything he can to win.
Now,
and you can see it on his face. Look at his face. You can see the regret. You can see what he's doing to this man. Yeah, well, you say you're sorry. We'll go in there, and you have to do what you have to do. But look at this. Look what's happening here to Dizz.
Now, I know you've been in the ring, and I know you felt it. But if anyone at home watching or anyone in the crowd watching, if you've never felt your kneecap bounce off of steel, that is possible ligament damage, that is possible joint damage, cartilage damage. The amount of damage that can be caused by maneuvers like this.
No, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this! Oh my gosh.
Cannot be understood. The ref might have to stop this.
I get it. I understand that hurts. I understand that hurts. And if Dizz, and I hate to say this, but Dizz is a fighter. He's somebody who can definitely pull through anything. But it might be time for Dizz, if you were smart, you have a family to think about. You have children, for goodness sakes. Do the right thing. You don't have to continue, and nobody here will think any less of you.
Now, we've talked about how tough B-Boy is.
No.
But at the end of the day, you also have to remember the determination and the tenacity that Dizz has. Dizz has never been a quitter in his entire time here at SoCal Pro Wrestling. And that is on display right there. You say do the right thing. Dizz is doing the right thing, and he's getting up.
At what cost? At what cost? This isn't right. And I don't care how much you fight back. You're talking about the New Age Punisher. You're talking about somebody who's been in this business for well over 2 decades. Somebody's going to go in there and do every single thing they can to win. And when he's telling you to stay down and stay down, don't do this. Oh my goodness, up he goes.
Dizz isn't going to stay down. Andy Dizz is going to fly.
And that could have sealed his fate right there. That could have been the coffin. That could have been the nail in the coffin. And I understand fighting prowess, I understand tenacity, I understand sportsmanship, but you're talking about literally sacrificing your ability to take care of your family, That is what he is doing. He is sacrificing his body.
You know better than anybody that Dizz loves this business, and if he is going to find any way to stay in this business, to get up, to keep fighting, Dizz is going to dig down, and he is not going to stop. You have to absolutely debilitate Dizz before he will stop. Benny told him to stay down, and he is not going to. You told him to stay down, and Dizz is not going to be put down.
Dizz now running in for the European uppercut, hitting the rope again. Big elbow to the side of the face. As the New Age Punisher feeling the brunt of Dizz, but look at the condition. Oh no. And this is what we were afraid of here. And this is what we were talking about. Don't do it. Don't do it. Have some mercy here. Oh my goodness, that's it. That's it. He's gone. He's done. He's absolutely done. Stop the match. Stop the match. You don't need to continue. You absolutely don't need to continue. You have nothing left to prove. Look at this.
This dragon screw.
You can see his knee go backwards. You can see his knee. Look at that. Your knee isn't supposed to do that.
The amount of damage that Dizz's knee has taken as a result of B-Boy's offense is, well, there's no way to say it other than substantial.
The New Age Punisher looking to put Dizz away. Perhaps here a merciful finish to this contest that I never thought I'd root against Dizz, but this has to end. This absolutely has to end.
Now, I don't care what language you speak. That is a universal sign for it's over.
Oh my goodness, reversal.
Except it isn't.
Down he goes. No, he couldn't support his weight as now as the submission is applied and nowhere to go is Dizz far away from the ropes. Dizz, listen, we support you. We love you here at SoCal Pro. You have nothing to prove. Go ahead and tap out. You have no reason to stay in this contest.
You can see the anguish on Dizz's face. That hold is locked in tight.
Grabbing the mat, inching his way now to the bottom rope. As Dizz reaching, he gets it now. Look at the face of B-Boy. Look at the face of B-Boy. He knows it's over. He knows it's over. The frustration that we have here is not the fact that he can't win. It's the fact that Dizz won't let him win right now before he's crippled, before he's absolutely broken in there, before he's broken in half. That's the only way that Dizz is going to let the New Age Punisher win this match tonight.
But if Dizz didn't do that, if he didn't quit until he was absolutely unable to continue, would you think he was anyone other than Dizz? That is what Dizz has always been about. He has always been about that drive, that attitude of not giving up in the face of adversity. For years, that has been Dizz's entire motto, his entire way of life.
Look at this. Look at the talks. We can't hear it, but we know exactly what he's saying. He's like, it's over, right? It's over, right? There's no shame in quitting. You can talk about the tenacity all you want. This is literally the kind of attitude, this is literally the kind of thinking that will get this man handicapped. He will walk away out of here. He will not be able to walk out of here by his own volition. He won't. That's where he's at. He can hardly hold himself up right now.
But at the end of the day, if he did give up, if he didn't fight with everything he had, you're right, he may not be able to walk away, but if he gave up, would he be able to look at himself in the mirror?
You can either look at yourself in the mirror as a man and a father, or you can look at yourself in the mirror as somebody who didn't give up. And I'm sorry, but I would always put my children first. This is a mistake. I'm telling you this as somebody who is a dear friend to him. This is a mistake. Back elbow now goes to the face of the New Age Punisher. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Inviting in for more as they trade blows back and forth. As both men here refusing to give up. However, one is in fairly more decent condition than the other, that is for sure.
Andy, I hope you don't have plans, but if there were two people to go blow to blow and expect the other to go down, we're going to be here all night.
Absolutely, 100%. The tenacity of these men is absolutely paramount. You'll never see tougher guys in this ring than the New Age Punisher and the Black Rose, that is for sure. Goes in for the line, ducks, back elbow to the back of the head. That's got to rock him. Down goes, face first down to Dizz. As the New Age Punisher again hovering over his prey. As he tells him over and over and over, it's over, just quit. That's all you have to do is quit. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And I don't know if you heard it right there, but what he said was, screw you, big bro. Like I said, he considers Benny a brother, a mentor.
And again, signaling for the end.
And to be honest, if Dizz gave up, I think B-Boy would be disappointed in him.
Is this mercifully it, going in for the cover? One. Only a count of one is what is going on with Dizz.
And this is what the Black Rose is all about. This is vintage Dizz. Just when you think he's down and out, just when you think it's over, the Black Rose blooms again.
The New Age Punisher can't believe it, and frankly, neither do I. As I was expecting that to be over. As Dizz is now hobbling up to his feet. Big knee to the side of the face. Perhaps landing down on that bad left knee. Going in, big blockbuster off the second rope. Favoring that leg. If he puts him away, this could be it. Two. Only a count of two, and how much more punishment is each man going to endure?
And for anyone at home who's never been between these ropes, never been in a wrestling match, this is where you find your absolute limit. This is where you find that reserve to the reserve tank of gas when you are running on fumes and finding what that last mile is that you can cross.
Dizz now pointing up at the sky as if perhaps signaling to the end. But we're literally talking about, as B-Boy tries to hang on, to no avail as Dizz. Again, I think this is a mistake. I think the second half of this entire match is a mistake. Dizz is absolutely putting himself in hell's pit at this point. There's no sense in risking this much for the sake of winning this match. But if Dizz can hit this could possibly be it here.
Dizz, this entire match has been refusing to go down, always getting up, and now he's insisting on rising.
Hard down on that left knee, the other knee catching B-Boy just under the chin. But again, hobbling, that probably took everything he had out of that other leg. And Dizz is not going to get a lot more opportunities to finish this. Oh my goodness, big cutter off the top. As Benny goes in, explodes, boom! Down goes Dizz. This has got to be it here. 1,
This is it.
2. Oh my
God.
gosh!
He kicked out.
The amount of fight in the Black Rose is absolutely incredible.
I have seen incredible things here at SoCal Pro, here in this ring, but I don't think I've ever seen me agree with SoCal Pro Wrestling fans more than I am right now. This is unequivocally awesome.
Both men leaving everything they have into this ring. But for B-Boy to not be able to get the 3 count there says that there is still some fuel left in the tank there of Dizz. But Dizz now going underneath the rope to the outside. He could be hurt here. Look at B-Boy, he still can't believe it. He's still saying that was a 3 count.
Now we've talked about B-Boy's knowledge and experience in the ring, but don't count out Dizz. He too has that knowledge. He knew that he needed a breather, he needed a reprieve, and he rolled out of those ropes. B-Boy had to come to him to get that pause in the action so that he could catch his breath.
Going for those punches, however, unsustainable. Be able to hold his weight under the buckling of that leg. Doing everything he can, holding onto those ropes for leverage. Notice he's not even able to support himself without holding onto that top rope. That's the kind of shape this young man is in.
But we've seen this before. B-Boy's in a precarious position as the Black Rose continues to rise up the turnbuckles. He might be going for that big elbow drop we've seen put so many competitors away.
Like a phoenix out of the ashes, up goes Dizz. Is he going to be able to capitalize on this?
Oh!
Big elbow from the top. Onto B-Boy, covering in. This is going to be it here. 1, only a count of 1. Are you kidding me?
Dizz's head brushed the rafters of this building, and he came down with all his weight on B-Boy's chest, and it was a count of 1.
Look at the look of shock on the face of the Black Rose. Look at the look of shock on the face of the New Age Punisher. Look at the look of shock on everybody here at SoCal Pro. We have never seen anything quite like this. We are literally talking about the absolute destruction of these 2 men, leaving it all in the ring, all for the sake of entertaining these fans. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what SoCal Pro is all about.
And if you look in the picture, the face of your face, the shock on your face. Say hi, yeah.
As Dizz, in a more advantageous position, if you want to call it that, again, can't even support his own weight.
Can't support his own weight, but B-Boy also not quick to rise either. B-Boy has also taken punishment. He has also taken abuse from the offense of Dizz, and this is a war of attrition.
Both men's faces now prevalent. The tension is palpable. Going into a big kick to the face. B-Boy looks almost unfazed as he goes in for a second win, met with boot number 2.
He looks unfazed, but you got to remember at the end of the day, B-Boy is still human.
Oh my goodness, and there he goes, down like an oak.
And has maybe taken a little more punishment than he's let on.
As Dizz smacking off the hands of the New Age Punisher. Down comes the elbow pad. This is gonna be bad here. We already look at that sign of disrespect.
Down goes the elbow pad, down goes the knee pad of Dizz, and knee meets jaw. Oh my God.
Dizz now going back up to the top rope. I don't agree with this at all. You better count on hitting this, and if you don't, your career's over. Oh my gosh.
An insane elbow drop, bigger than the last one.
That's it, it's over.
Talk about a return in style. time, we see big elbow drop, bigger than the last, coming down on the chest of B-Boy as Dizz, the Black